as a great opportunity because it's now the time to transform how you go about developing a concept, proving it, and then getting it manufactured. And I think that's where this is going to be a really transformative thing for the industry.
There are many, many challenges. I mean, first of all, we know that the budgets associated with this type of programme are going to be very limited, which is why there'll need to be international collaboration to make the programme work. We also know that there is ambition to do these things much quicker than have been done in the past.
The combat systems are going to look so very different in the future to the way they do today. I see us going a lot more digital, a lot more AI, a lot more focused on the software development side of engineering.
I think the gestation period for a military aircraft and its systems is 10, 30 years perhaps. I see some of the main challenges almost like linking it to some of the products we see, so like an iPhone for example. We see the applications on that changing almost on a yearly basis, and the platform itself remains constant for maybe 2 or 3 years. And so perhaps in our new defence system associated with FCAS, we would see a similar thing where the applications and the software iterate at a much faster pace over the life cycle of the vehicle and have to remain current across the whole life cycle of the vehicle. The more we try and use software and agents and artificial intelligence and all those wonderful things to create the system, and the more flexible it is, then clearly it's got a potential of being attacked by third parties. So the security aspects and how you deal with cyber and how you protect the system is another science, another art.
The biggest challenge is that this programme needs to operate differently to all the programmes that have gone before in the last 10, 20, 50 years maybe, because the collaboration is going to be different. Many of the programmes of recent history have been where there's been very clear separation between which players play their part, the airframe, the engine manufacturer, the munitions manufacturers. The challenge I see for future combat air systems is that actually the boundaries are very much more blurred than they used to be. So do you need an engine, or do you need an entire power system that goes across the whole of the airframe? Do you need an airframe or something that integrates the munitions and the communications process? Are the munitions actually separate from the communications and the electronics and the avionics? And where there have been traditional players in the past, I think those boundaries are really quite different.
Well, if you look back over the 50 years, we've had a lot of experience working in the defence sector, whether that be from airframe design on F-35, on Typhoon, the mission systems software.
We have offices over 30 countries at the moment, about 17,000 employees. We recently integrated Expleo technologies. That's expanded our knowledge as well on the software side of things, and brought in artificial intelligence, which is a way that we really need if we're going to work with the future designs.
Expleo's got a really proud heritage. We've got experience across aerospace, automotive, marine, even banking sectors and sectors where you're more heavily reliant upon process automation and coding and software development.
We're actually looking at a situation where we want innovation, we want new, robust technologies, and that's where I see companies like Expleo being very, very, very relevant, because they have, lots of quality engineering resource in different sectors, and they're already current in a lot of engineering skills and processes that are very relevant to the next generation of aircraft programme.
Traditionally, I think companies like Expleo have been seen by the customers as a resource provider. In some cases, it's almost putting a person in the seat who's got relevant experience to do a job that an employee would otherwise do. Expleo has moved on so quickly in the last 5 or so years, and personally, I believe they're now substantially ahead of our competition.
At Expleo, we have like a matrix organisation, so we've got a vertical structure that really focuses on the client needs and the customer needs, from simulation, analysis, mechanical engineering, systems and software, aerodynamics, airworthiness. But we've also got this matrix organisation that crosses those boundaries.
Being able to work and operate through a matrix organisations allows us to put engineers across onto various programmes across multi-sectors, and that allows us then to bring a lot of best practice, a lot of knowledge from other sectors across into a specific challenge, whatever that may be, if that's FCAS.
Expleo is able to very quickly meet the customer needs, because we have such a huge variety of people and experience within the organisation, and we're very good at crossing those skill sets across those boundaries.
Customers find it quite refreshing when they first start to engage with us, because we like to be there as part of their strategic planning in the early days. We like to help shape and anticipate with them what their problems will be. And we only do that by trying to partner and be a true collaborator with them, rather than being very reactive and waiting for a customer to know what they want or to decide where the problems are. We can help foresee them and plan, strategically to be ready for them.
With 15 or so different nationalities, different countries of origin, different ways of thinking, and different customers that we've had to deal with over the years, our ability to forecast what some of the challenges might be and offer solutions is really quite unique.
We do have budgets assigned for developing new ideas or technologies. One example would be Build Smart, which is where we're trying to develop, through the deployment of HoloLens and augmented reality, we can bring operators up to a standard where they're able to see the product on the shop floor, they're able to follow video work instructions in real time, and then the integrated piece of technology will highlight if they've done something incorrectly or if there's something missing from the process. So it eliminates that risk of non-conformance, and it brings the technology naturally into the manufacturing process.
For me, Expleo bring things to the table which are quite unique. One is their engineering prowess, as well as their ability to actually bring a very, very strong and robust engineering community together. Their ability to understand how you do manufacturing, systems integration, system software, where they've got a very good artificial intelligence technology area, and they've got a very good flight sciences and analysis area associated with, with flight dynamics. And so, again, Expleo have got some very strong capabilities there, which would be very, very helpful to any company trying to do this work.
FCAS hopefully will be a game-changing event, and I use that deliberately because it's many different bits of technology, but it starts with collaborations working in a way we've not seen before.
It really comes down to the new technologies that are going to come out of this project for us. That really excites ourselves, and we want to be a major player working alongside of these clients, because partnership for me really does mean working hand in glove.
My personal ambition is just to be able to say, I was part of that, and we made a difference. We made something happen that nobody else could have done because of the unique way we approached it.
My job satisfaction comes out of the fact that I know I've made a difference, and I've made a contribution and played a big role in that development, and then you get pride out of that.
We're on the brink of something quite exciting, because we've not decided what FCAS needs to be yet. And I think personally and at the business level, for Expleo to be seen as a major player in that with all of the OEMs, and to be able to put our stamp on what the next 100 years of the industry will look like, is really exciting. And I think because we can bring in new technologies, because we can link up all of our talent from all of the different sectors, we are the best placed to do it.